Hello everyone. So in this particular video we are going to do one project and we are going to see how actually we can use a parameterization in a pipeline. In previous video we have already covered how actually you can parameterize your data set and how actually we can parameterize link service. In this video end to end we are going to see how actually we can do a parameterization in a pipeline. So we have a business requirement. So let us first understand the business requirement and then we will do a practical. So my business requirement is like I had to copy a data from a SQL table to a blob storage. So I have a SQL database. In this SQL database, I have a multiple table. I have a table name customer table. I have another table name as a address table. Now what I have to do, I have to copy this data into the blob storage. So in a blob storage also I have a multiple location. So I have a container name as a customer container and also I have a container name as a address container. So if I had to copy a data customer table data, then that data should copy into the customer container. If I had to copy address table data, then that data should go into the address container. So that is my requirement. I have to perform a copy activity here. I have to create only one pipeline, one copy data activity, and that should be able to copy both the table into the different location. So that is my requirement. So I have a customer table, I have a address table, and this both the table I have to copy into the customer container and the address container into the blob storage. So that is my requirement. So what we will do, we will create one data set, and that data set we will try to do a parameterization, and during runtime we will pass the value customer or a address table. So we will create one data set for both the table. Similarly, we will create one data set for the both the container location. Let's do a practical and let's understand. First I will show you. So this is my blob storage. I have created a storage account. If you will see, I have a two container. One is the address container. As of now no data is available, and also customer container. As of now no data is available. So this is my blob storage. This is my target location. Here the copy data should be copied. Now if I show you my database, so this is my SQL database I have created. In this SQL database, if you see, I have a multiple tables available. How to create a SQL database we have already covered in that video, and if you will select the sample table, you will see all the tables available here. So you can see I have an address table and I have a customer table, and these two table I want to copy into the blob storage corresponding location. So I'll go to the data factory. I'll go to the copy, click on the pipeline, click on the new pipeline. What we are going to do, we are going to see copy data. So I'll select that, go to the source. First we will create a data set. So click on this. What is your source location? Source is the SQL database. So I'll select the Azure SQL database. After that we will create a link service. So click on the link service. We will select the subscription. We will select the server name. We will select the DB, and we will give our username and password. Click on the create. Now I am not going to select any table name as of now. If I will select any table, so then that data sheet will become only for that particular table. So I am not going to select any table as of now. I'll just click on the OK. Now in the left side you can see in a data set, one data set we have created. As of now we haven't passed any table name. So what we will do, go to the parameter. I'll give table name as a parameter. So this value we will pass during a runtime. So I'm giving a value as a table name. Now I'll come to the connection. I'll click on the enter manually. Here we will pass the schema name and the table name. So I'll click on the table name, click on the add dynamic content, and you can see in parameter we have a table name. So I'll select that, click on the OK. What is schema name? So if I show you in my database, sales LT is a DB name. So I will pass the sales LT as of now, because for the both the table sales LT is a DB name. So I will go with that. Now if I'll click on the preview data, it is asking me to pass the table name. So if I'll pass the address, I should be able to see a address table. Let's see it's working fine or not. It's working fine. I am able to preview the address. I'll just close this. Now I'll go to the pipeline. In this pipeline you can see one option is coming to pass the table name. Now what you have to do, you have to click outside in this white space. If you click on the copy data, you will see this all the thing. You have to click outside. Now what you have to do, you have to create one parameter here also. Here also you can pass the name as a table name. Now click on the copy data. Click on the add dynamic content and give the value as a table name parameter. Click on the OK. Now if you want to preview data, click on the preview data. Pass any table. Suppose I want to see a customer. I should be able to preview data. I am able to preview a customer data. Means we have created one data set and one pipeline that will be able to copy a both customer table as well as the address table. So that's how we have configured. So two step. First go to the data set. In the data set create a parameter table name and you have to pass the dynamic value here. Now come to the pipeline. You can see table name. What you have to do here also in white space you have to click parameter table name you can create. Click on the copy data and add dynamic content and you can pass this value. Now coming to the sink. So what is our sink? For that we will create a data set. Data set is blob storage, so I'll select that. We want to copy as a CSV file, so I'll select that. Now link service. So we have to create a link service for this. I'll select the subscription. I'll select the storage account. I'll click on the create. Now where you have to copy. So my requirement is like customer data should go into the customer location and address data should go into the address location. That is my requirement. So I am not going to give any path as of now. What I will do, I'll just click on the OK. Now in the left side you can see delimited text. This is the data set we have created. So here you can see it is asking me to pass the container and the file name and all. So here also you can see one parameter. So what we will give, we'll create one parameter container name. You can give any name, but to recognize I am giving a proper name. Container name, one parameter I am creating. Coming to the connection, in this container I will pass the add dynamic content and I'll give this particular container name. Click on the OK. Now if you have to preview a data, first you have to pass the container name. So if you will pass the customer name, there only the data will be copied. If you will pass the address, it will copy into the address location. If you will pass the customer, it will copy into the customer. Now coming to the pipeline, here also you can see it is giving me to give the container name. So what you have to do, you have to click outside in white space. Click on the plus, give the name as a container name. Now click on the copy data. In the container name, you can pass the value. This particular container name we have created. Click on the OK. So these are the simple steps we had to do. After doing this all, what we will do, click on the publish all and we will try to run and let's see how actually we can copy a customer table into a customer container and the address table into a address container. You can see publish is completed. Now if I'll click on the add trigger and the trigger now, it will ask me to pass a table name and the container name. So what actually I want to copy a customer table. On which particular location I want to copy? I want to copy into the customer container. So if I'll show you in a storage account, this is the customer container I have created. So that value I am passing and customer is my table name here. So you can see sales lt.customer, right? So that value I am passing. Now if I'll click on the OK, my pipeline should be able to copy a data into a customer table into a customer location. Let's wait for that. You can see it succeed now. I'll go to the POC storage, customer. I'm able to see sales lt.customer. Click on the edit, and you can see we are able to see our data. Now what we will do, now again I will go to the data factory. Now suppose again I have to run for the same copy data for the address location. What I will do, click on that trigger, click on the trigger. Now here you can pass the table name. So I want to copy address table into the address location. Click on the OK. Now my pipeline should run. Now address table should go into the address location. So it is running, right? You can see it is succeed now. I'll go to the storage. If I'll show you the address, you will see address data is available here. Means our pipeline is working commonly. Like suppose if you had to copy any of the table, then you have to pass only the table name and where you want to copy, and this one copy data will work for all the table. Yeah, that's it in this video. I hope you got the idea.